Trusonians, this is not a test. It's not a drill, live and living color. I don't even know what day it is. Welcome to my Monday, June 16th, 2:36 p.m. DMV Standard Time. I just need to pop on here real quick to say, don't dismiss the sidelines. For a long time, a really, really long time, I've been pondering the term marginalized. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in these margins. There's a lot of stuff that go on the sidelines. And I can't think of not one sport where the sidelines did not encompass a wealth of support. I really believe that if there were no sideline activity, it wouldn't be no good games. It wouldn't be no players. They wouldn't be worth a fuck. Team be all discombobulated if there were no sidelines. And I'm really getting my feathers ruffled with hearing people talk about the margins and talk about the folks that support the sideline as if they don't matter. Are you fucking kidding me right now? If you have a coach, a tutor, a teacher, an advisor, a mentor, a guidance counselor, if you have any of those people in your life and they really are supporting your path work, those routes that you take to discover self, to know thyself, to court thyself, to get to know self better. So, yeah, I just wanted to say that. I really did. I just needed to say that real quick to continue to throw that in the pot. Because every day I'm tasting life. And I love to cook. Like, the kitchen is my studio. Now, I still have my off days now. But still, I'm at peace when I am in the kitchen doing what I do. And there is no one that enjoys being in the kitchen that does not taste from the start to finish. Whether you tasting fresh veggies or fruits or whatever it is you're tasting throughout the preparedness of that entire meal. Why in the world will we not do that with life? You're tasting life every day. Sometimes you need to add salt. Sometimes you need to add sugar. Sometimes you need to add both. And for the non-sugar eaters, sometimes you need agape or whatever other sweetener. Or sometimes you need some lime or some lemon. Or sometimes you need it raw. Sometimes it will be bittersweet. It'll be an acquired taste. However it goes, you must continue to taste it from day to day, person to person, place to place. Every moment, something different is being required of you. Even you could be sitting in the same group with the same people for hours and certain things are happening to just you. And you should be able to identify those things without holding anyone else responsible for acknowledging it. You must acknowledge you and become satisfied. And I'm not talking on no goody two-shoes type of shit, but your paths are yours to have and to hold until death do you part. We are always groomed to be attaching ourselves to someone else before we even get a chance to really know who we are. So I am dedicating this little segment to Adele's, oh my gosh, and I see, hold on, because it's escaping me just that, Easy on Me. That is one of my favorite songs because it's such the truth, especially for those that I know. And I know I live in a different reality from many of those who may come across this and actually listen to it. But I am almost certain that there is something familiar within the mist. There is something that's going on inside of your human experience where you can relate that it is a good idea to get to know you better. Then when you get to presenting to people, you'll be a little bit more aligned and in core. We're returning to the core values, which I like to call circle black. Mainstream wants you to hate blackness in all its regard. It really does. From the darkness to the blackness, everything spooky and wicked. And yeah. Tell them to kick rocks with that shit. Because if you are of my kinfolk, the blackness is where you come from. Even if we are talking in the context of it being a mental, it's a constraint. But black people do what they do when you hand them anything that is true. And our blackness is true. Whatever we want to call it. Indigenous, Afro-Indigenous, Akashic, Indigenous, whatever you want to call it, it's blackness. Mahogany. And so that's one aspect. And then there's a multitude of other aspects about your being that I'm sure is just waiting for you to take a look at. Engage. Show it some time. The way we always out here chasing other people for that attention, I know there's something that you've been wanting to do that doesn't require anyone but you. Go do that. Go do that. So, I would like to say happy summer, but I'm going to say harmonized summer. Because you do need the good and the bad. You do need the up and the down. You need the roots and the fruit. You need the seed and the soil. You need the light and the dark. And you need to look at that. And I am going to strongly say you need to look at it as a blended flavor. Because I honestly do not believe anyone in this third dimension has it been all good or all bad. It's a harmony of. We are being challenged to synthesize our emotionality, which means you got to feel and you can't run from them and act like they don't exist. If you hurt, even if you just acknowledge that to yourself, I'm fucking hurt right now, and give yourself time to reconcile that hurt and then see where you be. Try it out. Don't take my word for it. Go try it out and see what happens. And like Cat Williams say, and if you need to, call me back and we'll figure it out. Shout out to the DMV.